Hallo zusammen, da ist Simona. We are here in the garages here for the Swiss E-Prix in Berne and je vais vous montrer la piste avec le Julius Bär Track Talk. Ce qui est assez intéressant, c'est que les garages ne sont pas dans la pit lane, donc les voitures vont être transportées via la route, qui est un peu différent de tous les autres circuits qu'on a fait jusqu'à maintenant. Donc ça va être assez intéressant et puis ouais, on verra comment la course se passe ce week-end. When we are actually on the grid here, we get actually pretty nervous because of these lights here. So these lights are going to show the start of the race. So as soon as they switch off, that means go and everybody can go. So it's quite a nervous part of the race because you kind of lined up, and especially in Formula E because you don't have any engine noise or anything, so you can hear a lot of things around you. You can hear like your heart racing to start the race, so it's always a really exciting part to get going. Yeah, so we're here in turn 1. It looks quite tricky actually because you have a pretty big braking zone coming from a long straight, and the tricky part goes downhill here. So from a car point of view, it gets pretty interesting over here because you lose quite a lot of grip when you go downhill and you're going to be pitched quite a lot, so it's going to be interesting. I think tomorrow there's going to be a lot of people trying different ways to go around this corner to be as the best way to get around it, and yeah, it's quite tight actually. So here we are after turn 1 going down the hill. It's quite interesting to see how downhill it actually goes. And it's not really usual actually in a Formula E track to have such up and down, so it's going to be really cool and quite tricky, especially if it's wet. I think it's going to be pretty challenging because you can't really see where you're going, and it makes it quite hard in that sense. But I think it's going to be exciting, and we're going towards the Berne, which is really famous here in Berne. So we're here in turn 3. It's quite interesting. We kind of down the hill here, so there's going to be a lot of regen happening with the race car. The regen works like this, where they, kind of recharge the batteries, and this is like a perfect spot for it because you are going downhill, so that will help it quite a lot. We could almost call this one the Julius Bär corner because it looks quite nice, and it gets really tight down there. So a lot of regen going to happen here, especially going up the hill after turn 4. Okay, so we're here in turn 4. It's quite a tight corner, especially coming from pretty fast bit behind us. Cool thing here, I think the podium is going to happen here. There's the Julius Bär lounge up there, which is quite nice, so pretty good view for everyone, and yeah, it's going to be quite interesting. I think the cars are going to drive around these flowers, so it makes it definitely street coursey, which is quite fun. Es ist eigentlich ziemlich cool, also wir haben gesehen, dass ziemlich Berg- und Talstrecke ist, eigentlich perfekt für die Schweiz. Jetzt sind wir gerade am Rauffahren wieder vom Bärengraben, was eigentlich ziemlich speziell ist. Da wird die Energie viel gebraucht von den Rennautos im Rennen, so das wird ziemlich interessant werden, vor allem zum Schluss zum Rennen. Und wir haben gesehen, beim Runterfahren auch dort viel Energie also Regen dann passieren wird. Und die Strecke sieht ziemlich cool aus. Also die Stadt im Hintergrund ist ziemlich speziell, und ich glaube, dass der Event wirklich lässig wird. On est ici sur le track walk et puis avec la roulette, la fameuse roulette, qu'est-ce que la roulette elle fait?
La roulette elle nous permet de mesurer les différentes dimensions de la piste qu'on peut comparer à notre simulateur pour vérifier que notre préparation était appropriée, et puis pour préparer si on revient aussi l'an prochain. Comme ça on a des meilleures références pour toute la préparation au simulateur.
Wir sind da beim Attack Mode. Das ist eigentlich ziemlich cool in der Formel E, ist die einzige Serie, die so etwas hat. Also jedes Mal, wenn die durch die 2 Linien fahren, kommen sie ein bisschen mehr Power rüber, also 200 Kilowatt für etwa 4 Minuten. Wir sind ja in der Schweiz, und etwas, was ich jetzt gerade entdeckt habe auf dem Trackwalk, ist der Radar da oben. Hoffen wir, haben sie das Wochenende nicht eingeschaltet, weil sonst werden ganz viele Bussen auf das Mal reinkommen nach dem Wochenende. So we're here in pit lane. Hopefully no cars will come in here during the race because there's no pit stops in Formula E. The people could come in actually if they have repairs to do, if they lose a front wing or anything like that, but it makes it quite tricky, so hopefully we won't see any cars come through here during the race. Okay, so we're here at the start-finish line. The cars are going to line up actually behind you on the grid. It's a bit tricky actually because it's off camber on both sides, so it's going to be an interesting starting. You're going to have to position your car a little bit. But yeah, so pretty much the first car is going to finish this line. Is going to be the winner of the Swiss E-Prix, so we're all excited to see what's going to happen.